Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How's everyone doing? Happy Wednesday.
Good morning.
Good morning. So as we wait for Coach Michael Burt, just wanted to say good morning. So it's just been an amazing week so far. This has been a great year so far. So excited to for Coach Burt to jump on here. Matthew, how are you doing today?
I'm fantastic. I'm blessed. This week, I've got my second day of basketball in, and I haven't played in 10 and a half months due to my hurt back with the bulging disc. So it was good to get out there and run around and compete, which I was missing.
Nice.
I've got
cool.
a question.
Coach Burt's here.
I got a question for Matthew. Matthew, could you handle a coach as tough as me back in my prime?
You know, I like good coaching. Tough is okay if you got a plan and a purpose and you want your people to get better. I'm like, let's do it, So yeah, awesome. I think it'd be great. You produce winners.
Yeah, the better.
Awesome.
Go ahead, Tom.
Hey, well, thank you, Coach, for jumping on here. I appreciate it. I know you're having a big event right there with a lot of people and you carved out some time. So I'd like everyone to write down some ahas and nuggets because we're going to share afterwards. But today, Coach is going to share about how to build urgency and intensity toward your target. So, Coach, tell just a little bit about yourself and then let's jump into our content.
Okay, good. Coach Michael Burt, coach some of the top people in the world, specifically in how to find, package, market, and monetize what makes them unique in the world. And when I'm coaching a person, I'm looking at really 4 areas. I'm looking at knowledge, and I want that knowledge to be specific, not generic. Okay, think Navy SEAL, not baby SEAL. Okay, I'm looking at skill, which is what we're going to talk about today. And I'm not looking at average skills. I'm looking at for impeccable skills. Okay, creating urgency in a sale is a skill. Okay, getting a person excited to take action even when they don't want to or feel like it or are confused is a skill. Follow up and conversion on a lead is a skill. Okay, because I could give you 3,000 leads tomorrow. If you don't have the skill of conversion and closing or enthusiasm, then you could call every one of them and not make a sale. And I've coached agents who have done that. Okay. Number 4, I'll look at, number 3, I'll look at what I call Pray Drive. That's for my new book, Flip the Switch. It's coming out soon. And we'll give you a link to get that. How much drive do you have? Persistence and intensity. Tom mentioned targets. There's no intensity if there's not a target. Okay. The target and a timeline is what creates intensity. I got a target and I got a timeline. And the 4th thing I'm looking at in a person is confidence. Okay. Contagious confidence. Okay. So we're going to spend our time today. How many of you have people who are close to making a buying decision? And let's call that your red zone. They are people in the 20-yard line who are close to making a decision. Okay. Now the question becomes, why are they not making a decision? Okay. And the reason they're not making a decision is 2 reasons: fear and uncertainty. Okay. Now I'm a faith-based person, and I watched a sermon this morning on insecurity. And he talked about the reason so many people are insecure is because they place their faith in things that are not secure. We put our faith in money, we put our faith in external things, we put our faith in the economy, we put our faith in things that are shaky, which is why we're so insecure. Okay. Now, so a person in your red zone right now, I got 10 right now, 10 people looking at my coaching program that are in the red zone. They want to do it, but they're scared. Okay. So how do I create urgency in them to make a buying decision? Okay. Especially in real estate. Now, this is where I move into an expert, Tom. I'm an expert. And I'm talking to Tom, and I'm selling Tom a house out in Roseville, California, and he's very interested in it, but he's sitting on the fence, and he's sitting on the fence because he's afraid of something. So the way I'm going to create urgency is I'm going to say a few things to Tom. I'm going to say, Tom, it seems like you love this house. it feels like this is perfect for you. And it sounds like you want to draw up an offer on this. Am I right about that? And I'm going to let them talk. Okay. It sounds like, it feels like. Okay. And negotiators for years have said these are three things that make people talk. Okay. So Michael Williams, it seems like you want to move forward on this. It sounds like this is perfect for you. It feels like you're ready to get started. Am I right about that? Now, when I say that, Randy Bird, they're going to come back and go, well, yes, but you can tell in how they say it that there's hesitation. See, what I want to do to create urgency is I'm going to address that expectation right then, man. It seems like you want to do this, but you're stuck on the price. It seems like you want to do it, but you're hung up on the rate. It seems like you want to do it, but you didn't like the master bathroom. Am I right about that? Because until I know their fear, I cannot give them the courage they need to take action. Okay. The word encourage means to give courage. So when you're trying to create urgency, Austin, it's let me find you and let me give you courage. It seems like you want to do it, but you're stuck on this one thing. So, okay. So then I moved to, so now I found the objection. I found the fear, and now I'm ready to give them some courage. Okay. So what could I say to give them courage? I could challenge their premise. Okay. I'm going to wait till the market bounces back. I'm waiting till the rates come down. And I could go through the whole cycle of objection. I understand why you would think that. But then I always come back and challenge that premise. Would you be open to looking at this another way? Okay. Now I did this. I had a real estate agent do this with me in Nashville this week on a condo, because I told her I'm going to go ahead and rent versus buy. And she said, would you be willing to look at it this way? She said, Coach, I'm going to make an argument of why you need to buy this unit. And here's what she said. There's no units available. Number one, there's smaller and smaller inventory. Nashville prices are New York City prices. The next units are not going to be available for 2 to 3 years. That's going to skyrocket the value of these condos. So what's 2 million today, Coach, could be 3 million literally in a year. Markets, one of the hottest markets in the country. Okay, so they're never going to go down. They're going to go up. Now, having said all that, would you be open to looking at these units? And would you be open to me showing you why 2.3 million is a steal today? And you're going to thank me when you got $1 million of equity in a year and you could sell that thing for 3 or 4 million a couple of years from today. See, I got to give her credit, Logan, for challenging my premise. I was going to take the easy way out, Jackie. Man, the easy way out for Coach Bird is, man, I already got a bunch of real estate. I'm going to rent here until I have more stability and I see what's going on. I'm using a lot of capital on another project. And that woman, to her credit, would not go down without a fight. She's like, I understand why you want to do that, but let me tell you, are you open to looking at it like this? Now, Kim Mason, here's what I say to some people. I would not be doing my job as your agent if I didn't say this to you. If you have to sleep on this, I saw it. I know you loved it. I saw how your wife loved it. This is the house for you. If you have to sleep on this for 1 or 2 nights, you may not be able to sleep in it in the future. Okay. Now, if you want it that bad, let's put it under contract and let's get the wheels moving. I want to get them excited about taking. See, urgency, Tom, is really, I could use another word for urgency. It's a little bit of FOMO, fear of missing out. Okay. You could miss out on this deal. Okay. And what that agent said to me is, Coach, I don't want you to regret this. When you could sell this thing for a couple million more dollars and make a couple million when you're ready to move up to that penthouse, then I don't want you to be mad at me. And I didn't tell you, right? It's like the old Jim Rohn quote. Jim Rohn used to say, look, I'm going to tell 10 people about this. Only 3 is going to say yes. Don't come back and tell me. Don't come back and be mad at me when everybody says yes, doubles their income and you didn't. Okay. Because I'm giving you the opportunity to do it right now. And get real estate don't do, Tom. What they do is they just roll over and quit. Man, I'm going to rent. Most agents go, okay, hey, just call me if you need anything. Never see a professional do that. If I'm talking to Kim Mason, she says, I'm thinking about your coaching, but I'm going to wait till the spring when it's more stabilized. I'm going to say, Kim, I can understand why you want to wait till the spring. But by the spring, I can tell you one thing, my pricing will be higher than it is today. Number 2, I don't have many dates available. to book those dates very quickly. And number three, why would you wait? Why would we wait 90 days to get started on something we should have got started in October? Right? Every day you waste, you're wasting 10% of momentum every day you don't take action. We lose 10% of momentum every day we don't act. Now, Kim, while you're waiting, and I like Kim, that's why I'm picking on her. And while you're waiting, somebody else is already coaching program, and they just told me they got 25 deals in the pipeline while you're over here trying to make a decision. Now, that word decide means to kill something off. So, Kim, can we make a decision today? Can we go ahead and get you enrolled? And many times Kim will say, go ahead, let's go ahead and do it, coach. Now, which credit card would you like to put this on, Kim? Because I can't help you till you commit. Okay, now see what I'm doing here, Tom? I'm using very specific words. It sounds like, it seems like, it feels like. Am I right about that? And then whatever they tell me, boom, I just attack it. Not in an adversarial way, but in a, hey, you and I are in this together. My job is to go negotiate the best I can for you and give you the most education and information I can give you so you can make an educated decision. Would you be open to looking at this a different way? And if I could bring something else to you, would you look at it? See, if I ask Mario on a scale of 1 to 10, how serious are you about this, Mario? And Mario says, I'm a 3 today. I understand. If I brought you something on a silver platter that was exactly what you told me you wanted, could I move you from a 3 to a 7, Mario? If it's the right thing, right? I think you'd take action if I brought you something that you couldn't turn down. That was an incredible deal. Now, Mario, with your permission, I'm going to go find it for you and I'm going to bring it back to you. Now, Michael Williams, did you catch what I said right there? I see all them faces behind you, Michael. That must mean you're real smart. Now, here's what I'm saying. Notice what I said there. With your permission, I'm going to follow up with you like a pro. Okay? I have never had a no when I said that. With your permission, Jackie, I'm going to follow up with you like a pro. I'm going to go find you exactly what you told me you wanted. I'm going to make it so ridiculous and irresistible that you can't say no. So when I call you, Jackie, be ready to say yes, okay? See, I'm already prepping, Jackie. Be ready to say yes when I call you, because when I come back to you, it's game on, Jackie. Okay, it's ready. I've primed it. I've cooked it. I've filleted it. It's perfect. It is so ready to go. You're gonna say, let's do this today, coach. Now, Tom, let me ask you this question, because you've been in this business a few years. Why have agents lost the old-fashioned art of
The old-fashioned art of what? Sorry.
the old-fashioned art of getting people excited about something?
Well, I think just because they are either lazy, there's a fear of rejection. A lot of people, they just don't know what to say. And a lot of people, they just don't practice. I mean, if you look at a general surgeon practitioner as compared to a specific, like a heart surgeon, man,
Yep.
it takes practice. You got to do the reps. I think that's because they don't have the confidence.
So how many of you can tell that I've had reps on this? How many of you guys can tell it just rolls off like this? See, what I'm doing is I'm using formulas. I initiate, I connect a problem, and I invite them to take action. And when they give me any kind of excuse they can give me, and I've heard all of them, I then work through the formula. Would you be open to looking at it this way? With your permission, I'm gonna go solve this problem for you. See, what I'm doing is I'm working through formulas, and I practice so many times that it's natural for me. It's muscle memory. And to Tom's point, agents don't practice enough. And you could say, here's the thing to say, well, my broker don't practice enough, or folks, the broker ain't in charge of your money. You are. The team leader ain't in charge of your money. You are. Okay. The government ain't in charge of your money. You are. So it'd be easy. I got a guy on my team that said, I've really figured out I need to skill up when I'm cold calling people. For him to say, coach, we don't role play enough. Here's what I would say. You're 50 years old. Why don't you role play with somebody? You don't need me to role play with your wife. I mean, not that way, sales way. You know what I'm saying? But my point is, why don't you, if you want to get better at this skill, don't depend on me to give it to you. Why don't you go get it? I wouldn't got it. So skill, Tom, is where confidence comes from. Confidence comes from knowledge, desire. And when it comes to this, what I'm teaching you today, there's a whole chapter in the book called Contenders versus Pretenders. And I'm not saying a pretender is a fake. I'm saying a pretender has not paid the price to really contend for something. Okay. They're very skilled. Okay. They're very skilled. Now, I don't know what's going on in your market, but my agent in Tennessee is seeing more uptick in January, definitely than he saw in December. And he's mystic. And one of the things I am is I don't go to what's called the sewer cycle in my thoughts, which are negative thoughts, conscious negative thoughts that produce unconscious negative emotions, which produce constriction or tightness in the body, which ultimately lead to low performance. I start off in the success cycle, which is it's going to be a good day. We're going to sell something today. We're going to help a lot of people. There is no shortage of money or opportunity. There's a shortage of follow-up. There's a shortage of courage. And there darn sure is a shortage of skill, Tom. The people who are the most skilled in this market will make the most money. Okay. Now, what questions do you guys have for me? Now, I put my website in there. Here's the only ask I have of you guys. Buy one copy of the book. Flip this. Every book matters because I'm trying to hit a Wall Street Journal bestseller. I've never had a Wall Street Journal bestseller, and I can't do it without individual units sold. And we're right there. Like we're literally right there right there. And I just need to move some more individual units. Now, I'm doing a book club, Tom. For every person that buys the book, I'm going to be doing a book club where I literally break the book down. It's going to be completely. So for $26, you're going to get me coached over a cycle of time through the book. And you're going to have access to that in the replays. Plus, when you do buy the book on my website where I posted it, it gives you 4 hours of me breaking the book down on video immediately. So you don't have to wait for the book out in 2 weeks. I'm trying to heavily incentivize. I'm trying to give you everything but the kitchen sink to buy this book. All right. If you buy a bunch of copies, I'll move in with you for a couple of days. All right, Michael Williams, what's your question?
Can you say again that phrase where you're saying it feels like, or it seems like again?
Yeah. If you start off with, I got this from Great Negotiators. Great negotiators say to get people talking, what they typically say is it seems like something. Like it seems like you like this. It seems like you want to move forward. It seems frustrated. It seems like you're, and what that does is it's a safe way to get a person just telling you things and giving you information. So I always use it in 3. It seems you want to do this. It's like this is right for you. It sounds like you're ready for me to draw up the contract. Am I right about that? Now that forces them to give you a decision, Michael. They could say, no, I'm not ready to draw up a contract. Or yes, I am ready to draw up a contract. And if they hesitate, come back and say, but you're stuck on this one thing. Am I right about that? And if you're wrong, they'll say, no, I'm not stuck on that. I'm stuck on the payment, or I'm stuck on this. And it's how I find out the fear. It's how I personally find the fear that's holding them back from action. Is I kind of pin them down, and they tell me. People just flat out tell me, man. And here's what they say. I love this, Tom. When people want to tell you something they're uncomfortable, they say it all transparency. I love it. I'm like, here it comes. They're going to tell me they're dead broke. In all transparency, I'm dead broke right now. But here's my point. What it means, it's a safe mechanism for them to say to you, I'm going to tell you the truth here. In all transparency, I'm struggling, or I'm afraid, or I want to buy this house, but my wife don't want to buy it. That's a good thing, because you want them talking to you. Okay. Now, for those of you that go close deals today, as a result of this coaching, you can send the commission check to Nashville, Tennessee, to my office, okay, or a percentage of that check, okay, or you just buy the book and we'll call it. Okay, Nicole, what you got?
Coach, I want to know what the dialogue is you use for yourself, when you lose. That's the biggest thing for me. It's like, after a couple of years and a lot of hard work, I it's a confidence thing. I just need to build my confidence, and I need to get myself back to going out there. I don't lack the creativity and the persistence to light the
Yeah.
fire, find a way. But man, I've had some losses where it just doesn't complete. And I think it has to do with this. It's the negotiation skill at the end. And,
Yeah.
asking people to put more money on the table to make it happen.
Yep.
So I guess I'm looking for that conversation that you're having with yourself when you have a stumble to get yourself back up.
Yep. It's interesting you asked that, because in this campaign of selling this book to make it a Wall Street Journal bestseller, there's been good days, and then there's been days where I'm like, man, just forget it. Like if it's going to be this hard, man, maybe and my mind went to the sewer cycle. And as part of my training from the coach that I had for this, he has me do these certain things I tell myself every day. I'm a Wall Street Journal bestseller. I've spent my whole life helping people. This book is going to people's lives. It's my responsibility to get it in people's hands and talk about it. And that's really the self-talk. So you just got to catch yourself when you have that negative thought that takes you to the sewer cycle. You immediately catch yourself and go, no, I'm not going there today. I'm not going there. I'm at my best when I am in creation. I'm at my best when I'm out there in action. I'm at my best. Good things are going to happen today, because there's a whole physiological thing that happens with that one thought that you have, either negative or positive, right? And it's actually a tool like my students. I use it with my 10-year-old, because my 10-year-old can be real negative quick. And I say, we're not going to negative town today. We're not going to negative town. We're going to talk. This is what we're going to say to ourselves. And once you look at, every time you catch yourself going to that cycle, you just reverse it. You go, no, I'm staying in creation today. I'm not going there. Okay. Karate chop it. Okay.
Thank you.
Tom, love you, brother. This is one
All
of the
right,
best
thank
men
you
you'll
so
ever-
much.
This is one of the best men you'll ever meet, guys. Tom, I'm telling you, he's one of the men. He connected me to Matt Wagner's, got me in there speaking one day at that big event with those guys, and he's been a great client. Thank you guys for buying the book and getting all of that. Be in that book with me. Just go to coachburt.com, click, get all the freebies. And when we hit that Wall Street Journal bestseller, Tom, I'll come out to Roseville, California, and we'll all celebrate together. How about
Let's
that?
do it. Thanks, Coach. Love you. Have a great day. We'll talk soon. All
Love
right.
you guys.
Okay, let's hear a couple of ahas and nuggets. Let's go rapid fire. Who got a takeaway there?
Tom, I think everybody's guilty of going down that sewer cycle. And I'm definitely guilty. So retraining my mind to just have a powerful thought to replace those. So
Yep, absolutely. 100%, Mara. Okay, one more nugget. Aha, takeaway. Rapid fire. What do you got? Who has takeaway?
I like to find their fear and then give them courage.
Absolutely. Well, and a lot of it, as he said, it's knowledge, and we need to continue to work on our skills to have and to improve our knowledge through, it's a skill-based market right now. We need to do the reps. We need to practice. We need to role play. So when we're with our clients, then we're able to serve them through asking questions and listening to help them create their dream, what they would like to accomplish. So, well, hey, thanks you all. We've got Dialing for Dollars here at 9:45 a.m. Pacific. So jump in, let's dial for dollars. And then on Friday, we've got Nick Krim discussing how to make a difference with your videos on social media. That's Friday, Freedom Friday at 9 a.m. Thanks, you guys. Good to see you. Love you. Let me know if you need anything. Have a good day.